the action has now shifted to New Delhi. Tonima, we are learning that the NDA alliance meet is going to be taking place in the national capital. Nitish, Kumar and Chandrababu Naidu are going to make their way there. We're also learning that other allies from Bihar, Jitan Ram Manjhi, Chirag Paswan, they're all going to be attending this meeting. We also know that the Shinde faction, so Eknath Shinde is going to be attending the NDA meeting, and there's meeting happening in both camps actually. It's not just NDA, but even the India Alliance is meeting. So it's going to be a very crucial day in the national capital.
That's right. With all eyes, of course, on that India meeting today, where Kingmakers, Chandrababu Naidu as well as Nitish Kumar are expected to attend that meeting as well. They are, in fact, heading shortly to the national capital. Let's take a look at this report from my colleague Akhilesh.
The BJP does not want to give any space for any confusion. That's why the BJP has moved very fast, very swiftly yesterday. All the allies were contacted by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Home Minister Amit Shah and BJP President JP Nadda. They were invited today for an NDA meeting. The meeting is likely to take place at around 4 p.m. And Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar, Jitan Ram Manjhi, Chirag Paswan, they are coming from Bihar. And Chandrababu Naidu is also reaching national capital by 2 p.m. They will meet the Prime Minister Narendra Modi and also discuss the government formation. We've been told by the sources that all the modalities for the NDA government will be finalized in the NDA's meeting. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be re-elected leader of the NDA, and after that, they will finalize the plan to meet the president to stake claim to form the next government. In the meanwhile, the Union Cabinet is going to hold its last meeting today at 11:30, and in that meeting, a resolution to dissolve the 17th Lok Sabha will be passed. That resolution will be sent to the president. After that, the 17th Lok Sabha will be dissolved, and the process to form the next government will start immediately after that. We've been also told by the sources that the TDP and the JDU, these two are the crucial parties. They together have 20th member of parliaments, and their role is very crucial in the next government formation. And they are also very keen that the post of speaker should be given to either of them, because they fear that if they do not have a speaker of their party, in that case there may be a split in their party, and the speaker's role becomes very crucial. So that's why they are very keen. And apart from that, they're also demanding some crucial portfolios because in 2014, Nitish Kumar, did not join the government because he was keen to have at least 2 to 3 portfolios and also a railway ministry. But this time, he has a major say in the government formation. Also remember that the INDI alliance is also trying to rope in both Chandrababu Naidu and Nitish Kumar. So that increases their bargaining power.
All right. The tonight's update that we have coming in is that Nitish Kumar and Tejasvi Yadav are taking the 10:45 a.m. flight from Patna to Delhi. So, Tonima, Nitish Kumar and Tejasvi Yadav are going to be on the same flight. That's what we're given to understand. Yeah, Chirag Paswan is taking the 10:55 flight. And Jitan Ram Manjhi is taking the 11:30 flight from Gaya to Delhi. So this is the latest information.
Very interesting flight itinerary there. Rishika and I were discussing whether or not some talks would take place in mid-air itself.
All right. Well, it is all up in the air, isn't it? Let's go right across to Sunil Prabhu joining us with the very latest. Sunil, this has been one of those rare elections where there have been celebrations in both camps. Yesterday, we saw the BJP celebrating as well as the Congress celebrating. But there's a crucial meeting of the India Alliance today. After their stunning performance, they are falling short in terms of government formation. But is there going to be a serious bid?
Well, I think in politics, anything is possible. They're not giving up because it's critical for them to see. And that is why overtures have been made to Nitish Kumar as well as to Mr. Chandrababu Naidu from various quarters, be it the Congress, from the India Alliance leaders, to look at the possibility, apart from congratulating Chandrababu Naidu. And as you heard, Mr. Chandrababu Naidu and Nitish Kumar have had ups and downs in terms of their alliance with the BJP. They've been in and they've been out and they've been in. So there has been, a history of sorts for both of them. They both play a critical role in terms of the numbers that they have, and they are critical for the NDA alliance. For Prime Minister Narendra Modi, it's now more or less certain. Once the cabinet dissolves it, the motion is set for the 18th Lok Sabha. The president will call Prime Minister Narendra Modi once he's elected as the NDA leader to form a government, because he commands in her understanding, a comfortable majority. But it's definitely something that will have to be looked at it in its entirety. The India Alliance at present is not giving up. They're going to discuss at 6 o'clock this evening. They might be a little bit late in the day, but nevertheless, the fact is that they are trying to try and see and look at the possibility at whatever is possible within the numbers, because this is we are in the era and a return to coalition politics from after 2014, and you really need to have a give and take to ensure things move forward. There has been a history of sorts of coalition since 1991, when the Congress led by Prime Minister Narasimha Rao, and ever since then it carried on till 2014. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's one of his issues that he has is running coalition governments, and that's going to be a new challenge for him in terms of running it this time around, because as was being pointed out, the allies,
Right.
in particular Nitish Kumar as well as Chandrababu Naidu, are going to ask for their pound of flesh. They want that special status for their state. They want good portfolios, and they are going to definitely be very, very determined about what they want.
And demanding probably. Sunil, thank you so much for getting us that update. We'll of course keep an eye on that key opposition meet as well. But I'm also joined by my colleague Tanushka Datta, who I believe is at the airport. Tanushka, there are a number of key leaders from both sides, the NDA side as well as the opposition side, who are making their way to the national capital for the key meetings, Rishika, as we were discussing. So talk us through some of the key leaders that we are expecting to land in Delhi this morning.
Well, to begin with, we are expecting Nitish Kumar, Mr. Nitish Kumar, the Chief Minister of Bihar, to arrive in Delhi at around 1 p.m. and so he'll be taking his flight in a short while from Patna. There will be around 10:45 that he'll be getting onto his flight, and after that around the same time we'll be expecting N Chandrababu Naidu as well in Delhi at around 1 p.m. So that's the thought right now, that all these leaders will be arriving together, and these are the kingmakers right now. They've emerged as the kingmakers in the results, and we'll also be expecting Jitan Ram Majhi at around 12 p.m. in Delhi. So these are the main leaders that we are expecting in Delhi for the NDA Alliance meeting that is scheduled for later in the evening today, and I am stationed right here at the airport to get you to them.
Well, we hope that you can get in a word from them. It's a very interesting flight itinerary that you've shared. So Tanushka, we'll keep coming back to you for more. Thanks very much for joining us with that latest update. All eyes are going to be on the Delhi airport, and also where they go from the Delhi airport, because key leaders landing, key meetings taking place, all the action shifting to the national capital, and our team of reporters will continue to track the latest from ground zero. But let's get an update now from our experts on how they're looking at this particular election. Amitabh Tiwari, to you first. The action, like we said, shifts to New Delhi. Who's meeting who's calling who, and so far it does appear that Prime Minister is going to be attending the swearing-in ceremony of Chandrababu Naidu, I think, which is scheduled to happen in another 2 days from now. And all key alliance partners, both sides, are going to be meeting in Delhi. But it's going to be very interesting to see what's on offer and how now this coalition politics, how the bargains and parlays play out.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's the return of coalition era after 10 years or so. So in coalition era, there has to be man-to-man marking. So if you recall, Amit Shah has called Jitan Ram Majhi, whose party has just one MP, correct? Because governments have fallen by one seat also earlier. I mean, one vote in 1998. However, things are different this time, in the sense that this is a pre-poll alliance. Now, and BJP has 80% of these seats as well as vote share of this pre-poll alliance. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has been at the helm as a CM and as a PM for 24 years. So he has this administrative experience and flexibility and adaptability to adapt to such situations. Now you have two key allies, Nitish Kumar and Chandrababu Naidu, who have also now openly suggested that they would be continuing with the alliance or remain in the alliance. So there's no speculation per se. However, given the track record of these two allies, that they have been in and out of the NDA earlier, question marks will remain. But I think as soon as Prime Minister occupies the chair for a third term, things would smoothen out in the months to come, because I think now the Prime Minister will have to establish the same sort of camaraderie and friendship which he has with global leaders. Now he has to spend some time to establish those connects with regional satraps like Nitish and Naidu on the domestic front.
Right, Sugata, if I can bring you in as well. If we talk about the opposition camp for a change, you know, the Congress, of course, is the party which has got 99 seats. It's the party with the leading numbers in the India bloc. But also, as we have seen, that the regional parties have done remarkably well. Samajwadi Party as well as TMC, just to name a couple of them. Do you see the dynamics also in a way shifting within the India bloc? Or do you think Congress is still going to be very much at the helm, because you need a national party to be at the helm of affairs? We are going to see a meeting later today as well. Do you see some of these dynamics shifting there as well?
Thank you, Tanima. Actually, see, it's a very sobering morning. You know, I mean, it was not like this yesterday or day before yesterday. We were all sort of expecting some kind of a big number to be put on one side, and, you know, I mean, the other side sort of looking minuscule and small. That has not happened. So it certainly sort of to the credit of the Congress party that they have managed to get 99 seats. They've almost doubled their last time's number. Their vote share has gone up, and I'm sure they are in a position to kind of navigate and hold together the India alliance now. They are in a far better position. But the question on the regional parties that you asked, there has been one constant in Indian politics, which is that the regional parties have always performed well. It's the national parties which go up and down, but there is some regional party here or there cutting into the national parties. See, if you look at all the regional parties now in India, it could be JDU, it could be the Samajwadi Party, it could be the JDS, or name any of them. Most of them were formed as an opposition to the Congress politics. You know, the Mandal era threw up a lot of parties. Until then, you know, you had everybody aspired to be a national party. So the Janata Dal was a national party. Janata Party was a national configuration. So you now see that then they realize that this micro thing, you know, of being regional satraps is far more powerful and interesting, and, you know, gives you a lot more power because you're controlling this state, and controlling the state is far more interesting than being a cabinet minister in Delhi.
Yeah.
So except for the DMK and AIDMK, which played this game from 1965 on, everybody else was trying to aspire for a national space. In fact, we now saw the TRS, the Telangana Rashtra Samiti, making a foolish shift into becoming a Bharatiya Rashtra Samiti, and that loss of identity and the loss of regional thing must have actually taken away about 3 or 4% of their vote. You know, I mean, they're still not over.
Right.
They're still not over, and a lot of people try to write them out. And I have very strong suspicion that they sat out of this election, like Mayawati would have sat out of this election.
It's
so
interesting.
it's a very sobering thing. The Congress definitely is going to hold the opposition together. They're going to be far more aggressive. The parliament will look far more interesting. There will have to be genuine debate, and a walkout will be now a real walkout.
Right. I think that is really, the bottom line of this. The fact that even within the NDA, there will have to be consultations over key bills, over key issues. There will be questions and, perhaps a more detailed sort of threadbare discussion on these things in Parliament as well. There's not going to be like, just one side who's got all the majority and all the brute force to do what they want.
So that's the agenda.
That's going to be really interesting. But the story really does shift to what's happening in Camp Chandrababu Naidu and what's happening in Camp Nitish. And to get us a sense of what's happening there, we have Prabhakar joining us from Bihar and Uma joining us from Hyderabad at the moment. Uma, to you first. Chandrababu Naidu is going to be on his way to the national capital in a short while from now. That's what we're understanding. Give us a sense of what you're picking up from Camp TDP at the moment. What is the bargain that he's likely to strike?
So whether it is the NDA or the India alliance that makes a stake to form the government, very clearly Chandrababu Naidu will have to be kingmaker. But what I do understand is that he will stick with his NDA ally because Chandrababu Naidu is perhaps not the Chandrababu Naidu of a few years ago. The last few years, we are told, or even the last few months, have taught him some important lessons. What we do know is that Chandrababu Naidu will use this to negotiate, bargain hard. In 1999, he had not joined the NDA, but had sought the role of the Lok Sabha Speaker with GMC Balayogi there, and he could do something similar, but he's certainly wanting to, he has many things on his agenda. You remember that this manifesto that Chandrababu Naidu had presented is a Jagan plus manifesto, which means he has promised all the delivery, all the benefits delivery that Jagan Mohan Reddy had promised, plus something more in terms of jobs and development. Therefore, first, he is for the capital building, for which he had literally become a joke, and therefore he would want to do that, get money for building a new capital for Andhra Pradesh, special category status, which has been ruled out as something illegal and impossible to happen. If he is managing to get that terminology for Andhra Pradesh, that would be a big political capital that he would be gaining in Andhra Pradesh, and that can certainly help his son Lokesh as well in the succession that will take place in Andhra Pradesh. The third important thing, of course, is about Naidu having that space. In the last 10 years, Andhra Pradesh has become a very marginal player, and for Andhra Pradesh to now take that center stage is something that Telugus there will be looking at with a lot of pride, because Chandrababu Naidu was always for them that phase of economic reform and development, and they would hope that he would be able to make that that kind of a role at the center now as well. So what we understand is that he will stick with the NDA. He intends to bargain very hard. He certainly will. He will be going, of course, along with Pawan Kalyan, though Pawan Kalyan has only 2 MPs, but he was the reason that that you had the kind of confidence building that came when he was still in jail, that image, that very powerful image of Pawan Kalyan standing along with Lokesh outside the Rajamundry jail, and then the things started changing very dramatically. The studio guest was just shortly mentioning about, a BRS that made a foolish move, a TRS that made a foolish move to become a BRS, a national party. Actually, I've come to the conclusion that you cannot call any more foolish. When, when KCR started his TRS, Telangana was unimaginable, but political changes were so rapid that Telangana did happen eventually. There was a death of YSR that also, in a sense, should I say, contributed to it. Similarly, so Chandrababu Naidu could have been written off in September when he looked down and out, no political support at all. And now we are talking about him once again as kingmaker. Back to you.
Right. Uma, thank you so much for joining us on that. But stay with us. Let me also quickly go across to Prabhakar there, joining us from Patna. Prabhakar, Nitish Kumar is expected to head to Delhi in a short while from now. Any reasons for the BJP to worry from the Nitish camp?
Not really, not as of now, but Nitish Kumar, seeing his track record and seeing his political stand, the way he is, he flips sides actually, BJP should be on guard, I would say, and that is exactly what they are doing. So yesterday, the moment the results came and the numbers started settling down, BJP immediately rushed their state president Samrat Chaudhary to meet Nitish Kumar, and interestingly Nitish Kumar first refused to meet him, made him wait for an hour, and then later met him. Actually, immediately after that meeting, Nitish Kumar received a call from Home Minister Amit Shah, and they had a detailed discussion regarding it. Today, Nitish Kumar is flying to Delhi, and interestingly, he is in the same flight with Tejasvi Yadav. So Tejasvi Yadav is going to Delhi to attend the India Alliance meeting, and Nitish Kumar is going to attend, as of now, the NDA Alliance meeting. So Nitish Kumar, though he has not made an official statement regarding that, but the senior leaders associated with JDU, they have confirmed that Nitish Kumar, as of now, will stick to NDA. But it would not come easy for BJP, because Nitish Kumar is a hard bargainer, and there are many issues on which Nitish Kumar and BJP differ, especially the issues related to minorities, the bills related to minorities. So Nitish Kumar would actually may ask for a common minimum program, we are told, and that common minimum program may have, the BJP might have to omit few of the bills, the controversial bills which the nation has been talking about, because Nitish Kumar somehow, despite being in NDA, has always tried to maintain a secular image for himself, and he would try to stick to that. So if that actually happens, then BJP will actually have a hard bargain with Nitish Kumar, and then certainly Nitish Kumar is in a position of a kingmaker, and he understands that very well. So he would do hard bargaining for the state of Bihar as well, for getting the ministries as well, and he would like to have as many ministers in the center as possible. Yeah.
Right, Prabhakar and Uma Sudhir there. Thank you so much for joining us. In fact, Rishika, very importantly, as we were discussing earlier, Prabhakar pointing out that both Tejasvi Yadav as well as Nitish Kumar are going to be on the same flight. I wonder if any journalists are also travelling on that same flight as well.
But you know what's interesting about what Prabhakar said is the riders. That, you know, Nitish Kumar so far is going with the NDA, etc. So I think those riders are also very interesting, as I think all journalists are reporting on this story with a fair sense of caution. And I think that is what is really interesting, the riders that Prabhakar has used while he's reported on this story.